Hello, my name is Roger Bauer, and for the last 5 years I've been helping small business owners just like you improve their online visibility through a process known as search engine optimization, or SEO for short. Now, if you know anything about search engine optimization, you know it generally takes anywhere from 3 months to 24 months to land on Google's front page and stay there. But recent discoveries by my partners and me have enabled us to pave the way for several of our clients as well as our own sites to land on Google's front page in as little as 24 hours for relevant keyword phrases. If that's relevant to you and your business, I highly encourage you to watch the rest of this video to learn how much a potential front page Google listing might be worth to you and your business.
So why would you want a front page Google listing? For starters, 81% of people use search engines to find information on the products and services they wish to buy. Of all online sales, 85% began with a search query. Organic listings, those are the ones on the left, convert 30% higher than the ones on the right, the ones you have to pay for, otherwise known as pay-per-click ads, or PPC for short. Organic listings get 80% of the clicks versus 20% for the paid listings. As if that isn't enough, the biggest benefits of SEO include make more money through greater visibility and awareness. People know about your products and services, chances are they'll buy them more. You can go from a local to a global firm practically overnight with the help of an organic search listing. That will generate more qualified traffic to your website. You can save money by minimizing the reliance on paid advertising or those pay-per-click ads that we just talked about. And also you can minimize risk. I mentioned those pay-per-click ads earlier. Well, you can eliminate the threat of click fraud with a high organic search listing. Before we jump into specific market data for your particular industry, let's look at some overall data that helps us back into the numbers that you are about to see. And this is information that wasn't supposed to get into our hands. Thanks to our buddies over at America Online. Their mistake is definitely our gain, because back in 2006 they let some information get out based on their partnership with Google. So let's take a look at the statistics that we got from that. Here are the click-through rates for the first 10 positions for a search query or the search engine result page. You can see the number 1 position gets roughly 23% of the clicks, and the number 10 position gets a little over 1.632 to be exact. We also learned that 46% of search queries result in no clicks at all. So people either type in the web address directly that they see on a search result page, or maybe they type in the web address that they see in a pay-per-click ad to the right, or they go back and they conduct a different search query altogether. But as you can see, in correlation to the number of overall searches, there are the click-through rates for the top 10. Of the clicked results, we can now predict traffic with a reasonable level of confidence. It's not 100%, it's not a sure thing, but we have a pretty good idea that these numbers at least let us budget halfway intelligently, and we can also take from that, we can project website traffic that can then, based on our current metrics and conversion rates, we can back into some revenues and profits based on where we land on a search result page, preferably that front page. So let's talk about some specific market data to your industry. So what are we going to analyze? First, we're going to start with online competition. In other words, the number of competing pages for the search phrase that we're going to analyze. We're also going to look at the number of monthly searches. We can use Google's keyword tool to gain that information, which is free. We're also going to look at the cost per click for each keyword phrase, so that way we know how much a pay-per-click campaign would cost for the same amount of traffic that we may gain from a front page Google listing. Let's look at how valuable the phrase Tempe DUI attorney and Tempe DUI lawyer would be for an organic Google listing. Let's look at the competition, traffic, and cost per click. As you can see, the search phrase Tempe DUI lawyer has roughly 42,700 competing pages. And the phrase also generates, down here at the bottom, you can see 480 searches per month. And if you were going to do a pay-per-click campaign, in other words, you're going to pay for ads on the right side, you're going to pay $29.41 every time somebody clicks one of your ads. For Tempe DUI attorney, you're going to pay $41.49 every single time somebody clicks your ad on the right. That search phrase generates 590 searches per month. So let's take a look and see how that might translate for your business. Tempe DUI attorney, you can see the traffic estimates there. The number 1 position, going to get you about 135 visits. If you were going to generate the same traffic through a pay-per-click campaign, that's going to cost you $5,601.15. For the number 10 position, you're going to get 10 visits, so it's only going to cost you $414.90. I'm going to do some assumptions here. Make some assumptions, rather. I don't know anything about your business. I don't know how much a typical new client is worth to you, but let's just, for the sake of arguments here, or just for the sake of the example, let's assume $1,000. Probably on the low end, but what the heck. And let's also say that 10% of the people, in other words, 1 out of every 10, becomes a paying customer. For the number 1 position, you would have 13 new customers a month, or $13,000 in new revenue. For the number 10 position, you'd only have 1 new customer, but that would be $1,000 to your business. Now for Tempe DUI lawyer, the number 1 position is going to generate about 110 clicks out of the 480 searches per month. For a pay-per-click campaign to generate the same traffic, you're going to have to pay $3,235.10. For the 10 position, you're going to have 8 visitors, so you're only going to have to pay $235.28. For the record, this is one of the more expensive keyword phrases in terms of a pay-per-click campaign, just so you know. Same assumptions, $1,000 in sales for a new client, convert 1 out of every 10. Sorry if I could talk. So that means your number 1 position, generate 11 new customers, or $11,000 in revenue. For the number 10 position, it's 0.8, so I went ahead and rounded up and said 1 new customer, so you'd have $1,000 in revenue.
As you saw throughout the video, a front page organic Google listing, that is the left side of the results when you do a Google search, can be very valuable to your business. It can help generate money through more visitors coming to your site and more people clicking through and buying your products and services. It can save you money so that you don't have to run an expensive pay-per-click campaign. And it can also minimize risk in that if somebody wants to click on your organic listing on the left side a gazillion times, it's not going to cost you any money, so you're not subjected to click fraud. If that's relevant to you and your business and you want to start to really grow exponentially, I highly encourage you to go to seninja.com/services, where you can hire my team and me to start moving you closer to Google's number 1 listing for your particular keyword phrase. Go ahead, seninja.com/services, and you can hire my team and me to start working for you to get you onto Google's front page.